Welcome to the Virtual Pilgrim podcast, where every step is a part of the journey. The Virtual Pilgrim podcast captures spontaneous, casual chats with people met along the Camino de Santiago, each sharing their own beliefs, stories, and ideas. What you'll hear reflects the person speaking, not the podcast or our sponsors. It's not about agreeing or disagreeing, it's about listening, connecting, and walking alongside each other, even if just for a moment.
I think it's my first time in Basque Country, but I think these ones of, how do you say it, of rocks.
Yeah.
This is not so typical. They are like all white, and with the stones in the borders.
In the corners, yeah.
Yeah, they're very beautiful.
Yeah.
And this is typical from the mountains. I think maybe every little town in a mountain can be of stone. But we have a lot of this here. Not bad. What was I saying? I don't remember.
At one point, you were talking, this was, go on.
With a guy, and about being afraid to how it's going to be. You're gonna get lost, or you're gonna meet people, and I told him it's my second time, and at the beginning I was like the same, a little bit afraid. But it's super easy to talk with someone, and we're talking about the energies people have, and it's like, I don't know, it's a really nice experience. And I was like thinking a lot, and I started to talk with him, and he said, yes, I'm not thinking much about it, but as we start talking, I saw his face, and he was like starting like this, and then he started to smile like really intense, and it's like, yeah, I like it a lot, I like it. And I said, you're going to do it again?
Yeah.
He said, yeah, I'm thinking about it, and you're going to.
You got to.
You see?
Yeah, I feel like almost everybody I've met has loved it. Like just.
Yeah.
I know one lady who I walked with last year, and she did not like it.
Oh.
But she was 65 years old.
Well, yeah, maybe it's because it was hard.
Yeah, but she found us that spoke English. And so she was like dedicated to staying with us. And so she would walk, like we were doing double days, so 45 to 50 kilometers a day quite often. And she would like trudge to stay with us because we spoke English. But I think it was too much. Like the Camino is not about rushing. It's about just being you in however
being present.
Yes.
In each day. And,
yes.
But there's my first day this time. I met a guy at the office of the Pilgrim's office. And well, now I met a lot of people who want to do it completely, but he was the first one. And I thought, you are mad. And it turns out like, no, like everybody is going to do it. But he he talked with a guy at the office, and he recommended for the first stop or the second one, I don't remember, but he recommended to stop in the, I think it was not in Roncesvalles, in the next one.
Yes, Burgos or something.
I don't remember the names. I'm quite bad with this.
That's okay, I can't pronounce it anyway.
But he recommended this because maybe there was less people, it's going to be easier to find a bed. And the guy said, oh, and maybe I go to the next town in the same. And the guy said, hey, slow down a little bit. You don't come here to suffer, and you're not used to walk with a backpack. And I think that it's not no need for a rush. But after this, talking with the guy, he said that I like I don't know how to say it, I like the challenges.
Yes.
Yeah, and I said, yeah, but maybe you're going to suffer. And finally, I didn't saw him, so probably she did in the first day a lot of Camino. Yeah.
Yeah, I know last year when I did the big days, I loved them because of where it got my mental state. So when I would walk like 50 kilometers, by the time you were 30 kilometers in, you're exhausted.
Yeah.
So then you can't stop.
Physically or mentally?
I'm going to say both.
Yeah.
But you can't stop the thoughts coming. And so then I could just like have them wash over me as I would like trudge the last 20 kilometers. Yeah, and so I really liked that. but I understand that for most people, that's not how that would work. Like they'd just be, yeah. So maybe that's how he found it, but I'm excited this time. I'm just doing like 20-kilometer days, 25.
Yeah.
And it's so nice. I finished walking yesterday at, 1 p.m.? It's finished, no worries.
You have the rest of the day
to relax.
Yeah, chill or
Meet
to
people,
see the
town.
Yesterday we had a river.
Yeah. Did you go swimming?
Yeah.
Ah.
It was the best thing because you are like, when I arrived, I think it was more or less the same time that you. And I was like a little bit tired because I'm not used to walk that much. I'm not in a good shape physically, but I like to walk, and I think it's most important if you like to walk and to see nature and this, that you have a very strength body.
Yeah.
If I say it correctly. Because there's a lot of people who has the physical strength, but if you don't like to walk, you're going to suffer.
You are, yeah.
And me, maybe it's too much for me, but 20 kilometers, I think it's okay, it's good. But as I enjoyed it that much, it's like, wow, I'm happy all the time. And the first day it was very, very hard. All this hiking super high, and it's like, and somebody told me that it's the hardest part of all the ways, all the caminos, and I said, wow, I'm very proud I did it.
Yeah. It is also, I think, it's the most beautiful day of this whole Camino, I think, is.
And I was surprised about a lot of animals that we saw this day.
You saw them, did you?
Yeah.
Ah, see,
a lot of them, horses, sheep.
Oh, yeah. The cows. It's amazing, isn't it?
I even touched a cow and a horse. Yeah. It was, wow, very nice.
I tried to touch a horse. So I didn't walk from St. John this year. I started in Roncesvalles. But I tried to touch last year a horse. I could not get one. I'd get close and they'd run away.
I tried a few times, and finally, it was super near to Roncesvalles that I did it, because we found a few of them. And I was with another guy that they like horses too. And at first I said, I saw a cow here laying in the floor. And I went and I asked if I could touch her. And the first one did like this. And I said, okay, you don't want it. I asked to the next one, and he did like, and I touched it. And it's like, oh, it's so beautiful. And then we tried with horses. And yeah, it was a very, very beautiful experience.
Yeah. Did you grow up with horses?
No. I grew up in a city, a small city,
Barcelona,
but
or?
No, in a city near Barcelona.
Okay.
But I like nature, and I like animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice to get out sometimes.
What?
It's nice to get away from the city sometimes and just be in nature with animals.
Yeah.
I
think I've been a lot of time living in Barcelona or in Madrid, in big cities, because of the work or something like this. And I didn't realize that you can live out of the big city.
Yeah.
Now when I was small, I lived with my father, with my parents. I lived near Barcelona, but I went to study there, or my first jobs were there. And then I moved to Madrid, to the center of the city. And when I come back, I stayed in Barcelona again, different places. And now I'm living in another city. It's not a small city, but it's not a big one like Barcelona. And which way now?
Left.
And then I realized that my roommate, it's like he lives in my city, in Granollers, and he works there, and he has all his life there. And my friends from here, they don't touch Barcelona for anything. And it's like, okay, you can have a life out of the big city.
Yeah.
Because it took me a lot of time to realize that I wasn't happy there.
Yeah. I think it's very easy to just become stagnant, and you're like,
I don't know
stagnant is like to just stop where you are and just to live in that space.
Estancado, yeah. Okay.
And to not really get out and see what makes you happy. I think
Yeah.
too many people do that.
You don't realize that you are not being happy.
Yeah, it's not until you
Yeah.
find something better and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
that's like a bad relationship. It's like, oh no,
it's the
but I
same.
love you.
Yeah,
But then you
exactly.
break up and you're like, oh,
Wow.
this is so much better.
yeah. But yeah, it's as you said, it took time to realize. When I live in the city, I was very anxious, and I didn't realize that I was anxious, and that one of the reasons was this one.
Yeah.
When you came here and you breathe, it's like, wow, I would like to live here forever.
No, I get that. I live in not a city, but like a big town, and it's the region has like 500,000 people,
Okay.
and for me, it's still too big. I would like to be much smaller.
Smaller place, yeah.
I grew up in a small town on the ocean, on the coast, on the ocean,
Yeah.
of 50,000 people, and
Yeah, you mean
looking back, it's pretty incredible because you know most people, or you know a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know everywhere. You don't ever have to use a GPS.
Yeah.
Like
yeah. And you have nature
simple.
surrounding you.
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
yeah. Maybe one day.
Yeah, that's my dream. But there are other people who love the city, and well, we're not all the same, of course.
No.
That's nice. That's a good thing. But I think after COVID, a lot of people find out that they want to return to nature and
Well, Camino.
buen camino.
Everything okay? Yes. Excellent. No worries.
Bye.
Yeah, you are right that it's happened in Australia as well. When work from home
Yeah.
became a thing,
Yeah.
all of the places around Sydney,
Yeah.
within a couple of hours of Sydney, became really expensive to live.
Yeah. This is what happens here.
Yeah.
Well, here in Spain, a few years ago, it was just the big cities. Madrid, Barcelona, maybe Valencia, Santander. I think it was so expensive too. But here we have a problem with the salaries. It's
Yeah.
so low, and the rent is so high, and the food and everything. It's very hard to live here. And at the beginning, it was just in the big cities, but now it's everywhere.
Yeah, it's very. People should be able to afford to live.
Yeah,
That's
it's a human right, a basic
exactly.
right. And
Exactly.
no, we are struggling mentally to live in some place. My dream is to live alone, and I don't think it's a very rare thing, but it's too difficult here.
Yeah, and we don't need much to live by. Like, to live by yourself, you don't need a big place.
Yeah.
But it should still be affordable.
Yeah.
You know.
Things have to change. And now in Barcelona, for example, we have this, I don't know if you know about it, but lately we have a lot of problems with tourism.
Yeah, I've
You've heard
heard.
about it.
I've heard you guys are spraying people with water guns.
Yeah, and I think this is fucking shit.
It's
Because
terrible.
it's not the blame. It's not on tourists, because I like to travel, and I'm a tourist in every other country or in every other city. We all like to travel.
Yeah.
I think the problem is the government. They encourage a kind of traveling that it makes hard for people who live in the city to stay in the city. You can't live in Barcelona because all of the buildings are now Airbnbs. All the stores are very expensive. Restaurants just like not the traditional Catalan cuisine. No, where people want a cool place for do a breakfast or I don't know if you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
It's called, I don't know in English, it's gentrification.
Yeah. It's the
Okay.
same word.
Yeah. And it's a fucking shit. And it's like, people doesn't realize that the blame it's not on tourists, it's on the government.
Thinking about walking the Camino de Santiago? A great guidebook can make your journey smoother and more enriching. Camino guides offer everything from practical advice to cultural insights, helping you get the most out of your pilgrimage. No matter if you're tackling the Inverno route or even going from Sanabres, Camino guides will surely impress. Check out the links in the description below.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It
it's
almost,
a shame.
like I clearly don't know much about it, but it feels like certain governments around Europe need to kind of put a limit on how much tourism can come in at a time.
Yeah.
And so it's like, sorry guys, there's only so many rooms
Yeah, it's a
available.
limit, or I don't know, have to. Well, I don't know which is the solution, but to encourage tourism with another view. I don't know how to explain it, but if you came here, be interested in the places, not just the city. For example, in Barcelona is super famous Gaudí.
Yes.
But there are a lot of things about besides this. Or not just Barcelona, there are a lot of places around, beautiful places. Well, but at the same time, I think I prefer the tourists just in Barcelona, and we can, the citizens, we can go in the rest of spaces. But I don't know. I think we had to find a balance between one thing and the other.
Yeah.
And to travel responsibly,
Responsibly, yeah.
in a responsible way.
I
I
find
think that's
it
a solution.
I find it interesting that, at least from my understanding, the global economy right now, everybody across the world, except the Swiss, but everybody across the world is really struggling financially
Yeah.
because inflation has gone through the roof. Like, everybody's in pain, and yet
So it's not just here.
everybody
it's not just us.
is on holidays in Barcelona.
Yeah.
Like, where are you getting the money to go on holidays?
Yeah. Or it's very. I know people who live in Barcelona for. The other day, a friend of mine told me she lives in Barcelona, and she told me she's the people with she lives. I don't know if he's English, I think, and he lives here from 7 years ago, and he doesn't speak Spanish. And it's
What?
like, what?
That's not okay.
Yeah, because there are so many international people. It's okay, that's nice, but you have to try to blend in a little bit with the space you are. No, I
Yeah,
think.
if you are living in a country, you
Yeah.
have to assimilate.
Yeah, of course. 7 years and you don't speak a word of Spanish. I'm not saying Catalan, okay, but I think you could learn Catalan too. But okay, Catalan, it's just only speak in Catalonia. It's a small place, but Spanish, you can use it around the world. And it's useful for you.
It's the number 2 language or number 3 language in the world.
I
Like,
think 3, because Chinese, it's a lot of people
yeah,
speaking
yeah.
Chinese.
yeah, but
I think it's 3rd or like this.
yeah,
It's important, and if you're living in a place for 7 years, I can't believe you don't speak the language.
it's absolutely crazy.
It's like this kind of tourism. It's like this is living abroad responsibly. Mm-hmm. Speaking the language is the last you can do.
Yeah, that is mind blowing to me.
Yeah.
I-
yeah.
I know that every now and then in Australia, in Sydney, so our biggest city, I will meet people who don't really speak English,
Yeah.
but they live there, and I'm always like,
What are you doing?
you need to try.
Yeah.
And
course.
like, one of them is my friend's parents. Like, they're elderly, but they came across from Iran,
Yeah.
and they're just like, at that point they've got their Persian community they deal with, and they don't need to go out, and they're in their 80s. But for everybody else,
Yeah.
you need to learn English. Like, you live
Yeah,
in
that's
Australia.
it.
If
Well,
you
I
live
have
in
an
Spain,
example of my family. I live in Barcelona and I was born in Barcelona, but all my family came from the south of Spain.
hey guys,
Hi.
how are you today? Excellent.
Buen camino. My family came from the south of Spain, and I don't know exactly what time it was, but there was a lot of people from Andalusia and Extremadura to have a migration to Catalonia in the, I don't know exactly, but when my grandfathers, the time of my grandfathers, And my grandmother, she lives here from 60 years, I think. No, not maybe not that much. 40 years living in Barcelona. She doesn't speak Catalan. And okay, now she's an old woman, but she
But
came here.
She wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is that a lot of people came, and the neighborhood where she lived, all these people came to las afueras de la ciudad. I don't know how to say it. Not in the center of the city, the surroundings, especially in two neighborhoods. And then my mother told me that when she was at school, in a place it's near to Barcelona, very close. Now it's Barcelona, but at this time it was like a different town.
Yes.
There was only one girl who speaks Catalan, who was born in Catalonia. The rest were all Andalusian people.
Yeah. So.
And at the beginning, I think it was after the dictatorship of Franco. You know about it?
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, we had a civil war here in Spain. From 1936 to 1939.
Oh, yeah.
And then Franco won this war, and he forbade like all languages, Galician, Catalan.
Really?
Yeah. And this time when my mother was in the school, I think he was dead by this time. But I don't know how to say it. It's a complicated thing because it has this historical part that, yeah, some languages were forbidden. But this, plus all the people living in these neighborhoods were from Andalusia. Okay, I can understand, no, that you don't speak the language, but you've been here, like my grandmother, it's like 60 years or 50 or 60 years, and she just know like 2 words in Catalan. And they are not okay. They are not well said, but it's like the same. It's the same. You have to adapt a little bit. She came here, and you know, when you go to a neighborhood, it's like Little Italy or Little China. She lived in Little Córdoba. That's the place where she came from. And it's like, no, you have to meet another people.
Yeah.
And
you didn't leave, was it Córdoba? To stay in Córdoba?
Yeah.
Like you left to come to Barcelona?
Yeah, that's it. And you are has prosperado. You've grown up here. You have a family here, and you have it's thanks to this place, no?
Yeah.
That you, I don't know. It's like living responsibly way in the place you are living. The same that happens now with tourism or with people who doesn't speak the language.
Yeah, definitely.
I think so.
It's hard. So is Catalan? Most people speak that in Barcelona.
Yeah.
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 So when you go to school, do you speak Spanish or Catalan?
Both. It depends a little bit. It depends on the school, but I think we are bilingual.
Okay.
And in most schools, it's everything in Catalan, except you have a subject called Spanish or literature, Spanish.
Yeah.
See, like this. But it depends. We have the subject of Spanish, the one of Catalan, and the rest of the subjects like geography, mathematics, all of this. It depends a little bit on the teacher.
Okay, yep.
But I'm not sure how it's going right now, because I think there are some laws that say that you have to have a percentage of the subjects made in Catalan. I'm not sure. At my time, it was as I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, so you don't think Catalan it's not a dying language?
No, not at all.
That's good.
Here, for example, with Basque language, it's different because at the time they had the forbidden to speak it, same as Catalan. A lot of people, I think now, well, I read in the hostel that they are like speaking it again. But it's like protected for the UNESCO because it's like a dying language.
Yeah, okay.
And Basque, it's very, very amazing because it's like Catalan. It came from it's similar to Spanish, to Italian, to French. It's like a Latin language. But Basque, it's not. It's like from another world. It has no connection no link to any other language.
Really?
Yeah. and it's like not sure about it, but I think that it hasn't changed a lot from the beginning of the world until now. I think it doesn't change much.
So, because are we still in Basque country now?
I think so, yeah. It's a little bit hard to say because it's France, it's Basque country, and in the middle it's a part where it's the French Basque country.
Ah, okay.
It's like the frontiers are a little bit mixed.
Uh-huh.
I think Saint-Jean-de-Pied-de-Port, it was like mixed, because I saw signals in French and in Basque, but people doesn't speak Basque there.
No, okay.
And yesterday at the hostel, I see a paper where they explain a little bit that Basque it was about to die. Now young people it's starting to talking in Basque again, and it was nice because they put a little some words, the basic words like hi, good morning, thank you, you're welcome. And they put it in different languages and in Basque.
Oh,
like
good.
So you can speak a little bit, like travel responsibly in the way of speaking the language. And I don't know, I would like to learn Basque. But it's very difficult. Wait, I think I have the paper here. I'm gonna check. Because it's so different to all the language in the world. It's like alien language here.
Have you ever dreamed of walking the world's most iconic trails? With Virtual Pilgrim, you can embark on a breathtaking journey without ever leaving your home. Experience stunning 4K footage of legendary routes, starting with the Camino de Santiago. Search for Virtual Pilgrim on YouTube and begin your adventure today.
Yeah, it's in Catalan, and the words, it's in, what is this? I don't know. This is Portuguese, I think, in Spanish, in French, and in English. And the words, for example, good morning, it's egunon.
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 Maybe for you,
Egunon.
Maybe for you it's going to be a bit difficult.
Yeah.
It's difficult just for me, so imagine. Good afternoon, arratsaldeon. Good night, it's Gabon.
Gabon? I can do the good night.
Bye, it's ayo or agur. Ayo, I've never heard ayo, but agur, it's very known.
Ay.
See you later, it's gero arte.
Quiero
What else? Welcome, it's ongi etorri. I don't know if I'm saying well, I don't speak Basque.
You're better than me. I can't even roll the R.
Enjoy yourself, it's ongi ibili.
Ongi ibili.
How are you? It's zer moduz. Thank you, it's eskerrik asko or mila esker. You're welcome. Wait, I have to stop to read this.
Yeah, of course.
Ez horregatik. Ez horregatik. It's very difficult.
Yeah, I know.
It's a thing super unique. Please is mesedez. Sounds like, I don't know. I'm sorry or excuse me, it's barkatu.
Barkatu.
Yes, it's bye. No, it's ez. House, etxea. Restaurant, jatetxea or jatetxea. I don't know how would say it. I think it's jatetxea. Bar, ostatuta. No, ostatua. Cottage, landetxea. Hostel, aterpetxea. And water, ura.
Ura.
Yeah, it's a It's an amazing language.
Yeah. Yeah. How many languages are there in Spain?
Spanish, Galician, Basque, Catalan, and Asturian, I think. They are all co-official languages. So they are all official languages.
Wow.
And then you have different accents. For example, in the south of Spain, in Andalusia, they had a very different accent. Maybe I don't even understand. Well, there's a lot of places in Andalusia, in Murcia, they speak super different. And besides of Catalan, you have Valencian, that it's like, it's a fight between Catalan and Valencian because it's almost the same, very similar. And Catalan people say that Catalan is the language and Valencian it's just a dialect. And Valencian people say it's the other way.
Ah, okay, yes.
I'm not sure about it.
Yeah. That's...
Gracias.
Hola.
Hola. Oh, gracias. Yeah, that's fascinating. So how did Spanish become the main language?
I can't tell. Let me think about it. Because we have a thing called, I don't know how to say it in English, comunidades autónomas. It's like different, I don't know how to say it. Well, I think I really don't know the answer, but Spanish it's, wait a second please, that I have to.
Yeah, of course.
Spanish is spoken in all Spain, and these small languages, all the rest, are just spoken in some specific places. You know, Galicia, it's like in the in the northwest of Spain. Catalan, it's only speaking here in Catalonia. Well, here not, where I came from.
Yeah.
Basque is only spoken here. And but I don't know what's the real origin of this.
Yeah.
Or the story of Spain, you know. At the beginning it wasn't Spain. I don't know the exact year. But they were like El Reino de Navarra, the reign of Navarra, Navarra, I think it's where we are now.
Okay.
But in the past, Navarra was half of Spain.
Yeah.
Or the reign of Aragon, that it was the other half. Or in another time, I don't know if it was before or after this, we were like, I don't know how to say it. Here it was an Arabic community, and they were in Andalusia. It was like, I don't know how to say it in English. Like Arabic. Moros y Cristianos, we are the Christians, as we say. And or a Jew community too. But I'm talking about a lot of years ago, in the very past, in the beginning of everything.
Yeah.
Well, but I shouldn't talk about this because I don't know much about story.
Hey, look, everything you say, at least to me, is 100% true. Because I don't know any
It's a big
different.
responsibility because maybe it's not true as exactly as I'm saying it.
Yes, no worries. So when you're in school, what foreign language do you guys learn?
English.
Oh, English is your foreign language. Okay.
Yeah. But here in Spain, we don't speak English very well.
Your English is very good for a Spaniard, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. Why is your English so good?
I don't know, because I like languages.
Yeah.
I think it has something in common with being bilingual with two languages. But on the other hand, I think it's not this, because when I was at school, my classmates they struggled with English a lot. I think, I don't know, I had an ear to listen, and I like it, I don't know, must be this.
Yeah. Look, thank you for speaking English, because otherwise we would not have a conversation.
Yeah.
I don't speak another language,
Yeah.
and
You don't learn in school another second language? Or?
we do when I was in year 7. I had 1 year of French,
Yeah.
but it's so far away.
Hi.
You think you never go to France.
Wow. I was thinking today about walking alone, and you don't have to plan anything because things happen. I'm not doing it alone, and it's been very interesting.
Yeah, for me also. I did not have a plan. Come out, film as much as I can,
Yeah.
meet some people.
This is the
and-
best way to do it, because if you have a plan, finally it doesn't happen like this.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about the language. When your first language is the most important language in the world, the most spoken language, it's easier not to learn any other. But I think it's important to learn another language,
I think
because it's
Yeah.
not just to communicate with other people, but it does something in your brain, when it gives you, if you learn from a young age. I don't know, I think I like languages, or I had an easy way to learn it, because I spoke 2 languages from the beginning, Spanish and Catalan.
Yeah.
And the other day I think it happens a thing to me that I think it's a little bit weird, because I think in Spanish, and from I was a little girl, I think in English, but I never think in Catalan. It's very weird because I'm bilingual. My Catalan is my natural language too,
Yeah.
but I'm not used to speak it. I don't have the perfect accent
For
in
Catalan.
Catalan. Yeah.
Even though you're from Catalan country.
Yeah, because all my family is from Andalusia.
Yeah. Okay.
I only spoke it at school because my friends speak Spanish too, and I'm a little bit shy to speak in Catalan sometimes. And at first, I only speak in Spanish. I only spoke in Spanish, and I was afraid to speak English too. I was like shy to speak English, and then I said, "You do it very well. You have to practice and speak with people."
Yeah.
But Catalan, it's complicated for me. I don't know why. It's an interesting thing.
It makes sense. If I was to learn another language, it would be German. I spent 15 months in Switzerland, and so I speak a little bit of Swiss German,
Okay.
but never good enough to be decent.
Yeah.
And I think it's probably just out of that, it'd be nice to have that communication.
Yeah.
And the family I lived with when I was there, they're amazing, and the kids spoke very good English, and the mother spoke decent English, and so we just kind of spoke in English the whole time.
Yeah.
But it would be nice to go back and communicate openly in German.
Yeah. But Switzerland has a thing that I think it's amazing. They spoke like 4 languages.
Yeah,
And they are all like, you're not bilingual, you're 40-lingual. You spoke
Yeah.
all of them from the beginning.
yeah. So I used to date a Swiss girl, which is why I was there.
Yeah.
But she spoke 5 languages, and
Wow.
I think 4 of them were like, or at least 3 were perfectly fluent.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
the 4th as well.
Yeah.
It was-
Yesterday I met a mother and a daughter from Valencia. And the mother was raised in Switzerland, I think she said. And she speaks Spanish, French, English not so well, but super well. And I think German too.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, it's amazing.
Yeah,
And she speaks fluently.
and it's so normal for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, what? Like,
You can speak to everyone in the fucking world like this.
yeah,
She only needs to speak Chinese and she got everything.
and problem solved.
Yeah.
It's pretty outrageous. Hey, what kind of bird is that?
I don't know. I think it's I don't know how to say it. Well, I have no idea of birds,
Okay, perfect.
but it's like an eagle or something like this.
Yeah.
Or
very-
maybe I would like to see, yeah, but this is not. I don't know how to say it, buitre. This animal that eats dead animals.
Yes.
How is it
Oh,
said
vulture.
in English? Vulture.
Yeah,
But I think it's too small to be this.
I think so.
But I would like to see it.
Yeah, it was very beautiful. But yeah, no, different countries, like, I'm just always blown away by how different yet similar we all are.
Yeah.
Like,
Around the world.
I was talking to a guy, like, even though we're so close, like we're in Basque Country now. I was like, you don't get tapas here, you get pinchos. And he's like, yeah, pinchos. I'm like, what's the difference? He goes, they're not tapas, they're more expensive, but they're better. But what's the difference?
They say
They're
they're
better.
better. Well, I never tried it because I've never been, it's my first time in the Basque Country.
Yeah.
But I like a lot to eat and to learn things about some culture basing on his gastronomy. And yeah, that's another thing, beautiful thing here in Spain, that we have a very different ways to eat.
Yeah. Hey, actually, I have a question on that. So I was made friends with a Spanish family yesterday. And then they said they were going to have lunch. And I messaged them to meet up.
Oh, I have mine? Yeah.
Yeah. I messaged them to meet up, and at like 6 p.m. they were still having lunch.
Well, this
They
is
were like,
a little
oh, we are
bit...
still finishing lunch.
It depends a lot, but hola. Here in Spain, we are different, how do you say the timing? We have different timing from the rest of Europe. And I think the most common thing to have lunch is 2, 3, but then we have a thing, it's called sobremesa. That it's when you finish to eat, you're still sitting in the table and you eat your coffee or some shot, el pacharán.
Okay.
I think it's typical from here, pacharán. And you keep talking, and with this, in this moment, it can be
Forever.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
So if you're not having lunch until 2 p.m., what time does a normal work day start?
I don't know. I think the office timetable, it's I think 8 to 8 to 2, or then you have an hour to eat, to have lunch, and then 3 to 5 or like this.
Okay.
And then we have, I don't know how to say it, in the middle of between the lunch and the dinner, we have merienda. I don't know how is it said in English. I'm gonna translate it.
Please.
Because it's interesting. And then we have a dinner late, and we go to sleep later than the rest of Europe. Merienda. Snack.
A snack, yeah.
Yeah. This is something that not everyone does. It's for children, and from some people who does it, but not everyone. But the other day I was speaking with a guy from New Zealand, I think, and they have breakfast at 7 or so. They have lunch at 12. That for me it's like, what? And then they have dinner at 7. That it's like more or less it's the snack time here. But then they go to sleep. Okay, they went to sleep 2 hours later of this, like 9 or so.
Yep.
But we were with an Italian guy. And Italia, it's like in Italy, it's in the middle of Spain and the rest of Europe.
Yes.
They did earlier than us, but later than all the rest. And They have dinner, I think he said, at 8, but they go to sleep a lot of hours later. Dinner is in between 7 and 8. They go to sleep to 11, like this, and I said, it's a lot of time between one thing and the other. I don't know. I think it's something cultural. We are used to do it like this, and the other things blow my mind.
Yeah. Well, for me,
I think it's, yeah.
it blows my mind when I come here, and it's like you guys have dinner setting at 8:30 at night. I'm like,
No, this is very soon for me.
that's so
For me,
late.
it's at 12. Yeah, the 10 or like
At 10
this.
o'clock, you'll eat dinner.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
time do you go to bed normally?
Well, I have insomnia.
Oh, okay.
Then I go
You're
to
not
sleep,
the person to ask.
Yeah. But it's curious because my stomach is like small.
Uh-huh.
When I eat not much. But every few hours I have to eat. So I have a breakfast, then a snack, then the lunch time, then 1 or 2 snacks, then dinner, and then another dinner maybe. Hola.
Yeah.
So I've been all day eating.
Yeah, look, I better wait for my friend. But if you want to wait with me, it'd be awesome. If you want to keep going.
I think I'm going to continue, or maybe I'm going to see this.
Check it out.
Yeah, this is a beautiful place.
Oh,
And I'm not taking any pictures.
Oh, no,
We were like talking, and
Oh.
I'm gonna take some. No, it's fine.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
very interesting. I'm gonna take pictures and I'm gonna continue.
Okay, well, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah,
Thank
me
you so
too.
much for jumping on.
Thanks to you,
And what was your name again, sorry?
Irina.
Irina.
Yeah.
I'm Sam. So thank you very much.
Nice to meet you.
Keep an eye out on the virtual Camino. It'll go up on YouTube in maybe a month or 2.
Okay, which one, Camino?
You'll be able to watch it there.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Do you
2
have...
kisses, like
Yeah.
Spanish way.
Mm.
Mwah.